Good morning. Good morning, y'all. So, coming back from my morning walk, I had a lot of downloads. So a lot of songs that kept on coming into my mind. And one song that kept on coming into my mind was Natasha Bedingfield's Unwritten. I don't know about y'all, but when that song came out, I don't know what year exactly when that came out, but it was like maybe in the early aughts, like in the early 2000s. I know I had to been in high school. I did not like that song. I didn't like the music. I didn't like the beat. I didn't like it, right? It wasn't like in my top 40. I didn't have it on a mixed CD. I didn't request it. I wasn't feeling the song. But now, when I think of that song, I think of the lyrics to that song, and it's amazing. I think that if you are listening to this video, I think that you need to either pause this video right now and go listen to that song. Listen to the song with the lyrics up so you can read the lyrics as you're listening to the song. I bet you'll feel different about it now that it's been probably 20 years since that song's been out. I think it's just hitting different now. That if you were probably in your teens when that song came out, or if you were a kid and now you're in your 30s or your 40s and you listen to that song, I really feel like it would hit different now. I really feel like you're really tapping into finding out who you truly really are and loving the vibe and knowing that you don't know where you're going. You don't know what the next step is going to be. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. You don't know what somebody might say to you. You don't know what vibe you might be feeling in 5 years, 10 years, next year. I mean, you don't even know. You might look totally different. You might dye your hair. You might change your wardrobe up. You might get a piercing, a tat, a couple of tats, a whole sleeve. You don't, it's just the fact that that song is so crazy that it's really touching on a lot of feeling that a lot of people are in right now. I'm using my son's tablet to look up the lyrics because I can't really do it on my phone because I'm recording on my phone. But I got the lyrics in front of me. I want to I have the music down because I don't want to be hit with any flags or anything. But one section right before the chorus: staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sunshine illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you could almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. No one else can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. That's awesome, man. I love that. I love that. I'm like listening to her sing that song while I was reading those lyrics, and I really wish I would have gotten into it more when I was younger, but that's okay. You're never too old to get into something new. I said a couple of videos back that I tapping into new genres of music, new types of music that I wouldn't have listened to that type of music, like rock and and grunge and all types of stuff. I wouldn't have listened to that growing up, but now I'm heavy into it. And speaking of grunge, Nirvana, not the group, but the state of mind. You know, it's highly believed in Indian practices, Indian religions, you know, Buddhism, Hinduism, and so forth. It's just a state of mind that you want to reach to gain the highest state of enlightenment. I feel like whoever's listening to this video, I feel like you are headed towards that type of state of mind. I feel like you are tapping into something, a new way of thinking that is above your old self. That's why you don't resonate with people anymore, with the way the world used to look, the way you used to be, even if people don't get it, even if people don't believe you. You can't talk people into believing you. You can't make people feel like you being real about wanting to change, wanting to, you know, shake things up, wanting to look at the world differently because the way you used to look at the world wasn't working. You can't convince people into believing you. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that one day you're going to reach the point of enlightenment, maybe even at the end of your life, where you're going to feel so free of suffering, free of any desires. Because that's what Nirvana is, a release of oneself, one past self that was in a state of suffering, in a state of worry, in a state of stress, in a state of pain, in a state of want, in a state of lack, and you release it. And you finally realize that when you release it, that's when you receive the warmth of God's love, the pure enlightenment that you are truly looking for. Peace. That's Nirvana. That is what everybody wants at the end of the day. I mean, some people may want greed and power and money and freedom and that, right? But honestly, you can have all the money in the world, but that will not gain peace in your spirit. No. I also was channeling the Taylor Swift song from her latest album, the Tortured Poet Department or something. I believe that's what the album's called. I like it. I wasn't a Taylor Swiftie fan until maybe a couple of years ago. I didn't really dig her music. I didn't dig all the songs. I wouldn't listen to her songs when they would come on. I would change the radio, would change the station on Spotify or iTunes, whatever. iTunes. But again, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that she is a person that really knows how to use her throat chakra. She is a person that really does not care about what anyone thinks. She is going to tell how she feels in art form. And for her art form, that is music. And she is a very, very smart businesswoman because she knows how to write her music. She knows how to promote her music. She's very smart on how she does that. She knows how to gather a crowd, gather fans from any genre. She knows how to collaborate with artists, make a hit. She knows how to write for other people, make a hit. She knows how to put words together, make them sound good, make them make sense. She can put on a concert in a town and boost the economy. I mean, I think she alone last year helped the economy go in the black in a lot of towns, a lot of cities, a lot of states. Her alone. Because that many people that bought tickets to her concert in that city. She's not afraid to speak about her feelings about a breakup, state of mind that she's in, what's going on with her friendships, what's going on with her love for whoever at that time. Doesn't matter if it hurts her feelings or not. She's going to write about it. She doesn't care about the backlash. She's always been in a state of mind, well, they're going to talk about you anyway, so might as well make them talk about something. And I'll make money off of it. And she has gained a lot of capital off of using her throat chakra, using her art. And now she's the owner of her music. She owns the rights to all of her music now. I don't know whether I think she had to wait to buy back her music, but now she owns 100% of her songs. So if it's ever played on the radio, Spotify, in promotion for any movie or ad or TV show, whatever, she gets that money back, her. Not a certain company, a record company, a manager, her. I mean, that's awesome to know that she has taken back her power in a way that is admirable. So many people out here is trying to take back their power from people speaking on their life and wishing them harm and wishing them ill will and wishing that you would just leave this planet. They don't want you here because they are threatened by your voice, threatened by your beauty, threatened by your grace, threatened by the power that you have, even in your walk. You don't even know that you have it. This is the way I walk. This is the way I talk. This is the way I look. But there are people out here genuinely threatened by that because they feel inferior when they shouldn't. When they could have the same type of power, but they choose to look at you as being the enemy because, I don't know. There's a spirit going around on this planet of making people go against everybody because competition is normal. No, it's not. No, it's not. That was something that was created by the devil eons ago when this planet was still a baby. I don't think people even understand, even though this planet is billions of years old, this planet, when God said let there be light, he meant let there be light on this planet. There are planets and universes and solar systems and Milky Way galaxies and all that jazz that are so much older than Earth. I mean, I'm pretty sure the other planets in the solar system are probably older than Earth. I don't know that for sure, but probably. Pretty sure Mars is older than Earth. Pretty sure Mars was like Earth before Earth was even a planet. Something happened on Mars that probably a lot of people don't want to talk about. And now Earth is like Mars Jr. You know, the the energy, the way this earth is so negative now and so karmic and so greedy, it's going to turn Earth into Mars. And it's weird how people want to leave this planet to go to Mars, to create colonies and neighborhoods so people can move there and live, when that was the point of Earth billions of years ago. Anyway, I digress. I don't think people want to get that deep. I don't think people want to even talk about things like that, because people want to talk about things like that, they think that you are being wild, crazy, unreal. You don't know what you're talking about. You're being, I don't know. You're just talking at the side of your mouth. You don't even know what, the universe even has, and what is even around, and what different species, and you don't know anything. You don't know nothing. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. But there's just a feeling that's going around. I'm not the only one that feels it, that knows and feels something's going on here. Something otherworldly is happening on this planet. I don't know whether it's because I'm getting older and I can feel things more. But I'm not saying that aliens are real. Maybe they are. Maybe they've been living here for centuries and we don't even know it. How would we know it? We're humans. Humans are simple-minded creatures. Simple. I mean, the only thing that's really different between humans and apes is the fact that we can feel and speak English or language that different humans can understand, and other than that, we're no different than apes. I don't know. Anyway, going back to the Taylor Swift song, I don't know, I went all the way over there. The Taylor Swift song that I was thinking about was Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? If you're listening to this or you're watching this video, pause it and go listen to that song, and listen to the song with the lyrics on the screen. Or when you're done listening to this video, go listen to that song. It's basically her, because that whole album is poetry. Okay, it's like an anthology of poetry that she wrote and she turned them into songs. I mean, it's like 30 songs or something. But this one song, it's like she's talking to people like, you wanted this, you wanted that, you wanted me dead, but I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still loud. I'm not silent. Matter of fact, I'm gonna charge into this room like I own it. I'm gonna scream on top of my lungs, and I'm gonna say, who's afraid of little old me? And then she's gonna look at everyone and she's going to hope and pray that someone speaks up. And when they do, she's gonna say, you should be. You should be. Because I survived. I survived all the burning at the stakes. I survived all the hanging from the trees. I survived all the crucifixions. I survived all of the name calling, all of the darts, all of the backstabbing, all of the gunfire, all of the slander, the defamation, the lie. I survived it all. I'm still here. And I'm going to walk in here, head held high. And I'm going to rip the bandage off my mouth. And I'm going to scream, "Who's afraid of little old me? You should be." The other thing that I channeled was the violet flame. Yesterday's read, I channeled the color purple, and I said not the movie, the actual color. I don't know why I was channeling the color purple, but now I'm getting the violet flame, which is usually controlled by Saint Germain, but the violet flame is like it's a beautiful energy to be in. It's like a pure energy from God that can transmute, it can alchemize negativity. I feel like a lot of people are, and this is Leo season, so a lot of people getting that fierce energy, a lot of people loud and proud, a lot of people not really caring, in your face, like, do something. I invite it, actually, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the negativity. You know why? Because I transmute it into power for myself. It gives me ammunition. Now I know what to do with you. Now I know how to handle you. Whether it's with silence, words, whether it's with action, whether it's with a look, anything. A lot of people think negativity is going to harm you, kill you, knock you back, sit you down, blow you off your feet. It's going to ruin your life. That's because if it happened to them, they wouldn't know what to do with it, right? If anyone treated them the way they treated you, if they had that same energy reciprocated right back onto them, all that hate, all that negativity, all of that, they wouldn't survive. So you figure, I know if I wouldn't survive it, you're not going to survive it. We're not the same. We're not the same, baby. You're you, and I'm me. I've been through worse. I've been called worse about worse. I'm alive in this lifetime, but in past lifetimes, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what my ancestors have been through. As I'm Black, so of course my bloodline has ancestors from slavery brought over on ships. Tons of people have that bloodline. They've been through worse than what I'm going through today. Why would I be knocked down because of your words? And my ancestors went through hundreds of years of being whipped, chained, ordered around. The R word, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be flagged. Stripped of their identity, snatched from their families, forced to have families with people they never would want to have families with. Why would you think your words, your actions, your trying to humble me It's going to affect me and my life, my mindset. Why would you think that? I feel like this is like a witch hunt. People think this is in the 1600s. This is the 1600s Salem, Massachusetts. People want to throw words at you and call you this and say you're doing that and think that people are going to believe them and think that they're going to arrest you and put you in jail and then stone you to the ground or hang you from a tree. This is not the 1600s, baby. I'm sorry if you're still there. This is not the 1500s in Europe, where you're going to put me in a prison in the Tower of London, and then you're going to burn me at the stake. Everybody is going to be watching me scream my last cry for help. Like Joan of Arc. They burned her at the stake because they didn't believe that God was speaking straight to her, telling her to do this, telling her to do that. She would only listen to God. She wouldn't allow anyone to change her mind about that. They were calling her crazy. They were saying, how could God speak to you? God doesn't talk to me. I don't hear God. God doesn't talk to us. She said, God talks to me. I hear God just fine. I know I'm not crazy. I'm talking to you. I'm standing here. I'm not, trying to climb up the wall. I'm not slobbing on the side of my mouth. I'm not twitching. I'm not going cross-eyed. I'm not starving. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm talking normally. I'm letting you know the sky? Why would I say sky? Okay. That God has a word, speaks it to me, and I follow. I don't challenge it. And because I followed his word, I've gotten things done. And you guys still punish me. Excuse me. This is a lot of pointing fingers out here. And it's really sad. Instead of trying to go to God themselves, or whomever you go to for enlightenment. Instead of trying to find that type of peace yourself, that type of purpose yourself, you look at others that have a purpose or have a calling or have been called or want to be obedient, and you look at them like they're the enemy. And that's sad. I don't know why, but I have this little Sally on my desk. I always have it on my desk from Nightmare Before Christmas. I love her. I love her spirit because she was put together. She was created to be a slave. But at the end of the day, she had her own mind and her own heart, and she followed it, and she fell in love with someone else. And she was brave. I don't know if that applies to anything. I don't know. I picked some dice, some story cubes, because I didn't really pull any tarot today. But the cubes that I pulled, I got a cat, a fish, a tiara, an apple, like a story blurb, a teepee, a magnet, a rainbow, a bridge, a magnifying glass, an alien face, and a cage. That speaks so loudly to me because and you know what's weird, because on my walk this morning, I saw so many rabbits, but I saw this one cat. And this cat was in front of me and was crossing the street. And when it turned around and saw me, it stopped in the middle of the street. And I kept walking because I'm not afraid of cats. But I kept walking, and the cat laid down in the middle of the street. It just stopped, turned around to look at me, and then laid down in the middle of the street. Just laid there while I'm walking past. And I'm looking at this cat. The cat's a black cat with like white paws. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm walking past the cat, and then I'm like, you know, like, hi. You know, it didn't look like a nasty cat or a mean cat, but that cat was like, no, you walk past. I'm gonna wait till you are out of my sight. And I'm going to, like, lay here in the street. I mean, I'm like, you know, cars are coming, like, but I'm not moving until you are away from me. And, you know, like, you first. It's, I mean, I got like royalty from that. I mean, cats are like ancient creatures, right? That royalty had as pets. Cats are a different type of creature, way different than dogs. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but cats are something else. And for that, I was just like, okay, I come across stray cats all the time in this neighborhood, because this neighborhood has a lot of cats. And every time I see a cat, they run off, they go back to where they were, they scurry away. They may even like come towards me, but this cat was something else. It was weird, but anyway. But I'm getting like, your vibe is so like divine feminine right now. You're in this Empress. I don't even go so far as like this dark feminine type of mysterious, walking so tall, nobody wants to F with you type of vibe. That's what you in. And you are entering an era of abundance. Royalty is your state of mind. You know, pure, maybe that's where the purple comes in, the violet flame. Because the tiara, which represents royalty to me, the majestic, the, you know, step to me only if you're going to come correct. If you don't come correct, don't come at all type of vibe. I feel that's what people are really coming to the realization. They feel this type of energy coming, like zooting off of you, like, okay, I need to really tread lightly around this person, because this person knows who they are. They're activating this type of energy within themselves that, you know, a lot of people don't have. A lot of people are attracted to it. You know, the apple, I mean, apples to me kind of represent this type of richness, this type of everybody likes apples. Everybody wants an apple. Everybody is enticed by apples. You can use apples for anything. It's for sweetener, for savory, for you can add, you know, cinnamon, and you can add it to any type of dish. You can eat it by itself. It's rich in vitamins. It's, you know, you're given this type of richness, I feel. Apples are everywhere, you know. Your energy is wanted everywhere. The way you speak, the way you I feel like Your voice is almost like a siren. It's so powerful right now. Your ancestors are really standing so deep behind you. I feel like they are so proud of you right now. They are so in love with this energy of you knowing who you truly are, because there's so many ancestors that did not get that chance to tap into this energy, and they were either killed before they could tap into it. They found it at the last minute and they couldn't fully embrace it. They were dumbed down so bad by people that wanted to overpower them, that wanted to take over their spirit, that took their power for themselves, that sucked them dry like vampires. And again, people are feeling this type of energy coming from you, and it's attracting so much. Not only is it attracting bad, negativity, all of the hate, all of the darkness. Because the darkness, demons, people with that real negative, nasty spirit on their back that's been with them probably since birth. That, you know, those mean girls, that type of energy, the mean girl energy, mean boy energy, think that they could get whatever girl comes across their way type of energy. They see you coming, they feel your energy coming from a mile away, and they want it. Not only do they get attracted to you, but good, healthy, golden energy is getting attracted to you. People that want you on their team, that want to be around you, that knows for a fact that you have been through the fire, probably just like they have. And they're like, yes, I want to know more about her. I want to know more about him. I want to know their story. Matter of fact, I want to write their story. I want people to know about this person. This person could be the next ascended master. You know, everything is going to be okay. You're like I said yesterday, you're starting this path now. You're walking this path. You're headed towards your own private rainbow. You're in the clouds. People might even say that you're in the clouds. Your head's in the clouds. And let me be in the clouds then. You go back to Earth. Well, all the rest of them. I'm going to be up here in the clouds. I enjoy being in the clouds. I'm in nirvana in the clouds. I'm at peace in the clouds. Okay? My path is on such a high vibration. It's in the clouds. How about that? You know, people are trying to, you know, look into your energy, your ancestry, your bloodline, all this type of jazz. They're trying to look you up. They're trying to find where you are. They're trying to find, people might even be trying to, like, low-key find out where you live, find out your number. You might be getting, like, you know, scam numbers popping up, weird, not leaving voice messages or voicemails, calling you all times of the day. You know, a lot of people are getting those scam text messages about the toll, about tickets that they got in, I don't know, maybe New York. Like, I haven't been in New York in 10, 12, 20 years. How did I get a car speeding ticket in New York? Texting me, talking about, yeah, you need to pay this ticket before you get arrested. Okay. I don't know. People are targeting you because they know that you're tapping into this type of Joan of Arc. Now that song, what's that song? She's so high, high above me. She's so lovely. She's so high, like Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, or Aphrodite. Oh yeah, yeah. So you got that type of energy. Like, people don't even know, like, where you came from. I mean, they may have known you since childhood, and, you know, known the house that you were living in, and the car you drove, or you went to this college, you had these friends. But now it's like you in a whole different type of vibe. They don't even know who you are anymore. They're like, were you this back then? Because you weren't. And now you're in this energy, and I don't even know you. I don't even know how to talk to you. I don't even know how to reach you. Like, smoke signal maybe? I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I don't know. You're like a bird that's being released from its cage. Okay? Maya Angelou. I know why the cage bird sings. Maybe you need to read that poem. I know why the cage bird sings. That bird is singing for freedom. And you have found your voice, and you are reaching the state of nirvana, where you are going to be free. Within this lifetime, I feel, you're going to feel this type of love, peace, and joy that you have. I mean, this is like what dreams are made of, what people write stories about, movies, books, TV shows. This is like fantasy type of stuff, but you're going to actually experience it in real life. That's a beautiful thing. People are going to be looking at you and may even hate you for it. Oh, that's not your problem. Hopefully, within that hate is some kind of spark of inspiration for them to turn their life around, so maybe they could experience the same type of nirvana that you're experiencing. Because everybody can experience it. Everybody. I don't care if you live in the slum of the slums, if you got debt upon debt upon debt, if you got all this lack mentality, everybody can experience this type of peace. Everybody. You just got to take one day at a time, one foot in front of the other. I did pull a rainbow bright card, and I got canary yellow. And you remember when I said I was channeling the Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten? She had that other song, Pocket Full of Sunshine. Pocket full of sunshine, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, yeah. I don't know the words, but I know it's called Pocket Full of Sunshine. And the canary yellow came out. Canary yellow is like a cool breeze, laid back, you know, the one that you want to kick it with and chill with, like peace. She's the one that was the most peaceful out of all the kids, the colored kids. Canary yellow. And yellow is a color of happiness, of the sun that brings life upon and warmth upon your skin, right? You need the sun to live. You need this yellow, this brightness, this light, right? It's so beautiful that this card came out. The first time this card has come out in any of my reads. It's really, it's telling that you're going to be again in the state of nirvana, in the state of happiness and joy and peace. I feel that for you. I feel that for myself. That's why I have utter faith that I know it's going to happen. I know it is. I wish that for you too. I really do. All right, I'm going to go because, you know, the counter is just counting on. I'm at 45:15. Oh, Lord. Drink your water. Drink your water. Okay? I don't know what that is. Okay. But I have gained some more subscribers, and I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. If you could give me a like, thumbs up, I appreciate it. Push the videos out in the algorithm. Still trying to figure out this algorithm thing. It's like calculus. You just don't know really how the equation works. You just gotta figure it out. But I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I would love to start generating some type of traction for my channel so I can, you know, reach whoever needs to hear these messages, because I feel like this world needs peace, man. I know you feel it. I know you feel that this world is really whack right now. To the point where it's like people are leaving this country because this country, what American dream? What dream? Everybody's in debt here. Nobody can live here. To the point where tiny homes is the buzz now. No more McMansions, no more Drake-size estates, no more living in the Manhattan high-rise, no more of that. We buying tiny homes. We renting land where we could plug up the RV. Van life, baby. That's what people are doing now to live. I'm not frowned upon it, but nobody is buying no house. They can't even afford an apartment. Okay? Anyway, I digress before I get into it again, because again, the counter is going on. Thumbs up, please. Thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. You guys join my Old Soul tribe, my Bluebirds. Share this video to whoever needs it. And until next time, be the peace that you want in your life, because you are the only one that can provide that for yourself. And nobody else could take that away from you. They could try, but they won't. If they don't like it, that is tough. That's not your problem, right? Not your problem. Like the video. Peace.